In this session we will tell you how can you migrate user state from Windows XP machine to Windows Vista or Windows 7 machine. There could be a possibility that your organization is currently in the development phase of the migration project to take the current desktop environment from Windows XP to Vista or 7, and you can think of that your role in the project is to develop the user state migration process. We'll walk you through how you can investigate the use of the user state migration tool and its corresponding XML configuration files in here. So in this session we will build XML based migration script for USMT user state migration tool. Because USMT scripts are complex, this exercise begins with a review of the template files provided with the tool. Then we'll create a new basic migration script from scratch. So the data that is being migrated is defined using 3 XML files. I'll tell you. So migapp.xml is used to control the application settings that are migrated, and miguser.xml identifies the files, folders, file types and desktop settings to be migrated, whereas migsys.xml will be used when migrating from one XP machine to another and defines the system settings such as color schemes, desktop settings that are to be migrated. Due to architectural changes between Windows 7, Windows Vista and Windows XP, migsys.xml is not used when migrating from Windows XP to Windows Vista or 7. In this task, you will determine and see that these 2 XML files will be created. So I am on Windows XP professional machine running with Service Pack 2 and have a domain controller and another Vista machine in my setup where I'll be migrating the profile from Windows XP machine to a Vista machine. Now let me go to my source where USMT is there. So it is on my domain controller. I'll go open domain controller. There is sources and I see USMT3 folder. I'll just copy it from here to my C drive. Once copy is finished, I'll open USMT 3 version 3 of user state migration 2 and will open migrate app.xml in my notepad. Let us have a look in here. So this file is having application settings that needs to be migrated. Let me find Office 2003 settings. Here it comes. So if you see in here for Microsoft Office 2003, here the role attribute value is container, because Office 2003 is suite of applications, not a single application. When there's only one application, the roles attribute value is settings in place of container. Let us get down to Office Outlook So this is for Access 2003, this is for Excel 2003, Forefront 2003. Now here is the definition values for Microsoft Office Outlook 2003. Let's have a look in there. You will notice that when the roles attribute value is settings, settings can either be included like this or excluded using exclude tag. You may also notice that registry values here, the registry values like say pattern type is equal to registry, can be included or excluded. With a pattern, a specific item can be specified, or wildcard can be used to match multiple items, like as in you can see here. So let us close this XML file, and I'll walk you through how can you make config.xml file using scan state and genconfig. Let us go and open up a command prompt and go to usmpt3. We'll run a command here, scan state /i mig app.xml /i mig user.xml /genconfig config.xml, and then we'll hit enter. So let the scan state run using all of 3 application XML files. It will take a few minutes to run, and we will go to usmpt and can see the scan state log being created. Once the scan state is done, it has captured the user state. The config.xml file will be created. We can open the config.xml file with Notepad, and you may examine the contents which are there in config.xml file. You can see that it has simpler structure, making it more amenable to customization. So let us go ahead and modify config.xml file to exclude say Windows Media Player, Outlook, System Fonts, WMA files. So in the Applications tab, so this is the application tag, you can see here what we are going to do is for the component Windows Media Player, it is saying migrate yes. I don't want to migrate Windows Media Player, so I'll go and say no, don't migrate it. Now let us exclude Microsoft Outlook settings. So to do so, what we can do is we will select it, copy Windows Media Player thing, and write another line in here. Let us indent it as well. and then we will write the display name as Office 2003. We'll change it to Migrate is equal to yes. We'll copy it back again, and under Office 2003, after pasting it, I'll say slash Microsoft Outlook 2003. I don't want to migrate the subcomponent Microsoft Outlook 2003, so I'll go and say no to it. Now let us go and exclude some of the Windows settings. Like say if we would make a setting to not to migrate fonts, what we will do is we will go to the components, and then we will select any component, right click, copy it, and then paste it here. So we will say component display name fonts, and for migrate we will say no, we don't want to migrate fonts. Also, like say we don't want to copy WMA files, so we will go to the documents settings. Let us find where document settings are. Let us find from here. Need to find documents. So here is the document tab. What we'll do, we'll just copy one of the component tag, we'll paste it and make changes to it, saying any display name using wildcard extension WMA. I'll say I don't want to migrate any of Windows Media Audio files. So we are done with these settings. For configuration, we'll save the config file, close it, and we will use this file for migration. Now let us capture the state of a Windows XP machine. So to save user state, scan state is run specifying a stored path and input control file. If a user state file already exists at the store path location, scan state will fail unless /o is specified to override the existing user state file. So what we will do is we will go to my domain controller, I'll go to state folder, and under it I'll create a new folder wherein I'll be migrating the user state. So I'll name it as user state. I'll hit enter. Let us go back to the command prompt and then execute the command scan state dc1 slash state slash user state. Input file will be mig app.xml. mig user.xml slash config colon config.xml. This is slash o to overwrite if any of those are existing, slash efs colon copy raw. So if there are any encrypted files, using the slash efs copy raw option will automatically migrate the encryption certificates as well. We'll go hit enter. So we can see in here in user state a USMT3 folder is written, which is where the user state data is found. The process may take several minutes. Let us get into USMT3 folder. You can find usmt3.mig file. This is a compressed file containing all of the saved state data. There is another CRC or tamper detection tool included in scan state, which ensures that the validity of the stored data is correct. I'll skip this video till this runs. You can see the state is getting transferred to the user states slash usmt3 share. Once the state is transferred completely to here, then we will start the restore of this state on a Windows Vista machine. Now you can see that scan state is finished and user state has been migrated completely into this compressed file from Windows XP machine. Now let me take you to a Vista machine and try restoring all of this saved data. This is my Vista machine, and I will use load state.exe tool to restore the collected settings and files from the USMT migration file created in previous task. After performing inventories on a number of the Windows XP machine in your organization, you can have identified a number of profiles that you wish to migrate, and you can migrate using this tool. So I'll go and browse to dc1 slash sources share, and I'll see my USMT3 folder there. I'll just right click, say copy to my C drive. So I have my USMT to run directly from this machine. Meantime, let me open up a command prompt and then type in the command to move to usmt3 directory. So while loading the state into the machine or restoring the state, you will use the command load state /user state /i mig app.xml /i mig user.xml /ui beta /ui gamma /ue administrator /ue alpha /la c. This is the password /LAE. So load state supports the selective restoration of migration profiles through the use of /UI and /UE switches. UI is used to define accounts that will be included, while UE specifies the accounts that will be excluded. In this, beta and gamma are local user accounts whose state is being migrated. Alpha and administrator are local user accounts that are being excluded. USMT will create other necessary local user accounts and use password as their password. These new accounts will be displayed by default, so in order to enable them, we added /LAE local account enable, and then we'll go and hit enter. The problem in here is we have specified user state folder, but we have not copied the user state in here, so we'll just go and make a folder user state, and then go back to the domain controller /state we'll copy this and go and paste it in user state folder. The copying might take some time because this is 18.3 MB file. So let it go, and I'll skip the video and wait for copy to get over. Copy is done. Get back to the command prompt and run the same command. Now it is started load state, and it is restoring back the state of user applications which were captured by scan state command from Windows XP machine. and restoring it back to Vista machine. You may note that we have excluded few applications like Outlook 2003 to get migrated, and there are some WMA files which we excluded, fonts we excluded, so those excluded items will not be migrated to my Vista machine. This will take a while, so I'll skip the video here. You can see that it will take a while to restore back the state in Windows Vista machine for the user settings and application settings. I'll let it run. Now the load state utility has successfully restored the user state and have performed the CRC check as well. So we have all of the user state and application settings migrated to Windows Vista machine from Windows XP. So to verify that, what we will do, we will close these programs and let us log off from here. We'll log in with another user, and then we'll open the documents folder to see that migration has been completed successfully. So let us log into machine. I'll switch user, and then we'll go and select other user. I'll log in with a local user, onto the local machine. I'll log in with the user beta, and then we'll supply the password. Oops, I think I did a wrong password. And then go hit enter. So once you log in with the local user beta, you can go open my documents folder, and then confirm the migration of files in here, including some Excel files. You can also see that some of the folders have also been migrated. Going back to the Windows XP machine, you can see in here is that these are exactly the same files which have been migrated to a new Vista machine for the user beta. Let's go click his document. You can see that these are exactly the same Excel files and the folder which have been migrated to the new Vista machine using the user state migration tool. That's all in how to migrate user state from Windows XP to Windows Vista or Windows 7. Thanks for watching.